Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're a new subscriber, hello, my name is Tannyglow, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for being an OG and thank you for being a loyal subscriber. On today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys the gist and the tease of my experience at the Nigerian Immigration Center, the documents you are going to be needing, and to prepare you ahead of what you are going to face. If this is the video you love to see, do continue watching. So guys, this is a disclaimer that my own experience might actually be different from your own experience. Yes, because some people's experience was different from mine. So my own experience too might actually be different from yours. This is what the Nigerian international passport looks like, in case you don't know. This is it. I won't be opening it due to confidential reasons, but I can actually open the back for you to see. These are the documents that you are going to be needing if you want to apply for the international passport. One of it is 2 passport photos. You are going to be needing 2 passport photographs, and you are going to be needing the national population birth certificate. If you don't have it, I think they actually accept declaration of age as well. And you are going to be needing state of origin. If you don't have state of origin, call people at your village. They should help you do it. I don't think you need to travel down to your village to get your state of origin. You can actually look for someone to help you do it over there, and they'll send it down to you. And you're going to be needing a photocopy of a guarantor's international passport or driver's license. Yeah, you need 1 passport photograph of your guarantor, and you are going to have a form that your guarantor is going to fill. Yes, you are going to be given a form that your guarantor will fill for you. So these are the documents you're going to be needing if you want to apply for the international passport. So I'm going to be giving you guys a backstory about everything that happened before I captured, shall we? Yes. So my sister applied for a passport. She did change of name. She changed 2 of her names. I don't really have an idea how much she spent, but I'll definitely ask her and put the price up here in case you're interested to change your name or your international passport. The experience was actually a smooth one for her because she had someone who helped her fasten up the process. So let us give her a name, Mrs. F. So Mrs. F helped my sister fasten up the process. I think in less than 3 months, it was ready for pickup. So when my sister got home that very day, she was like, that she went to pick up her passport, and I'm like, ooh, that was so quick. Let me just do it, because I should have had my international passport done for as long as possible, but procrastination, like I'm battling with procrastination, like I said in one of my videos. Yeah, so that very day I'm like, let me just get it done. Since I'm not really doing anything for that period of time, let me just dedicate my time and energy into getting my international passport done. So she gave me Mrs. F contact, and Mrs. F is an officer at the immigration office. And if you need a number, I don't mind to give it to you. If you need a number, you can just DM me on Instagram and I'll give you a number. So I contacted Mrs. F and told her that I would love to get my passport done. So she sent me a list of the documents I was going to be needing and told me to come in the next day. You know now, the ginger to get your international passport done. Mind you, I didn't have any plans to travel out or go anywhere, but to just prepare yourself ahead. Have a goal you want to achieve, just prepare yourself ahead of it. Anything can happen, any opportunity can come up, and passport will be delaying you, and you would not want to find yourself in that kind of situation, right? So Mrs. F told me to come in the next day to our office, and from my house to the immigration office is about 40 to 45 minutes. If you live in Abuja, you know that 40 to 45 minutes trip is not a child's play. It's actually far. I can't really talk about other states, but I'm talking about Abuja. A 40 to 45 minutes trip is actually a long one. So some of my documents were not even ready. I had to call my friend to help me scan it and send it to me. So she sent them to me, and the next day I went to a cyber cafe to print them out. See guys, I did not sleep overnight that day. And this was the 8th of August 2022. I did not sleep overnight. I was gingered that, yay, I want to get my international passport done. Can it come? So the next day I showered and I left. I got to her office around 11 a.m. and luckily for me, she was already on seat. So I got to her office, I gave her the forms, then she gave me a form to fill. In that form, the details were my name, my age, and every other thing. I think home address or so. Guys, if you are filling out any details for international passports, please calm down and fill it. Don't rush. Try not to be under any tension to fill out your form. And if you are going to be applying online, because some people actually apply online, please calm down to fill those forms. Don't rush, because if you make any mistake, maybe a letter in your name, that's like another problem entirely. And you will not want to face that kind of problem. So if you are filling out any form for your international passport, please be calm as possible and try to fill in every necessary information correctly. So I went to Mrs. F office that day and she gave me a form, I filled it and she told me I can go. In less than 15 minutes, I was done. I was like, so is this what people are doing? And they'll be complaining that getting international passport is rough. It's not a sweet experience. So I left. I called my sister immediately. Now that joy that I'm done. Okay, she was like, so quick. Are you done? What's happening? I'm done. She not asked me, have you captured? I'm like, no, that she told me she was going to let me know whenever I need to come back. She was like, okay, no problem. So I went back home. This was in August, September, October, November. I did not hear anything. No calls, nothing. But at times I just give her a call just to be sure that everything is fine and everything is going on well. And she'll be like, nah. She calls me Grace. She'll be like, Grace, very nice woman. She'll be like, Grace, don't worry, everything is okay. So in December 22, December 22, she called me and like, I should come down to the office now. I'm like, hey, ma, I'm not in Abuja. At that time, I was out of Abuja for months. I was not in Abuja. I let her know that I'm not around though. I'm out of Abuja and there was no way I was going to travel down to ABJ to get that done. She was like, okay, no problem, that whenever I'm around, I should just let her know. So in January, after that whole festive rush, I called her that I was ready to come in to capture, and she was like, okay, no problem, you can come in the next day. Guys, I was not in Abuja. The day I called her, I was not in Abuja. In my head, I'm like, if I tell her that I was available at any point in time for her to come and capture, maybe she's going to give me like a week or two to come back, right? She told me to come the next day. I didn't have a choice. The next morning, as early as 5:30 a.m., I was already awake. I was already at the park to travel down to ABJ. Luckily for me, where I was not far to Abuja. So I traveled down and I got to the office at about 11:15 a.m. So when I got there, I went down to her office and I think she has this PA. I don't know if it's a PA I don't know. I think it's a PA. Then she gave the girl my file and told her to take me to the capturing center. In my head, I'm already feeling like a queen. I will not stress. I'll just go there, capture, and go back. The devil was somewhere laughing at me. The devil was somewhere giving me bombastic side high. Guys, I got there. The lady she took my form. She dropped it at the capturing center and they gave me a number. They gave me 209. And when I got to where people were sitting, guys, tell me the reason why I got there. And I met about, let's say 100 people. I swear, I'm not exaggerating. I didn't meet nothing less than 100 people seated there. And guys, I did not tell my sister I was in town. I didn't tell anyone I was in town because I never thought I was going to stay that long in Abuja. So I felt there was no need to inform anyone I was going down to Abuja. Then I was there. I was there from 11, 12, there was nothing. 1 p.m. there was nothing, though they were calling people inside. People that I met that already had like a number before mine. So they were calling some people to come in. And I'm so sorry that I will not be able to disclose the price that I spent, the price that I paid to get my passport done, because I later found out that was not the amount that some other people pay. So I am not going to be disclosing the price. I'm sorry about that. Um, some people were there, they were going and all of that. I was just there trying to keep myself company. And if you are going there, if you want to go and capture, please eat from home. Don't eat English breakfast, or don't eat all of those whatever. Don't eat bread. Eat confirmed traditional food. Eba, amala, pounded yam. Those food that will give you excessive energy because you are in for it. You are in for it. I was there. People that and I didn't eat because I left home quite early. Yeah, because I left where I was coming from quite early, so I did not eat anything. So people were around. They were selling snacks and all of that. So I got one or two things to eat. Guys, in this life, have money. Have money. God, God, I want to have money. I want to have money. Guys, while all of us were seated there are people that came in that drove their Range Rover into that place. They did not spend 15 minutes there. They captured and left. They captured and left. That's when money is speaking. When people say money does not give happiness. Money does not give happiness. Well, money gives me happiness. I don't know about you. So I was there from 11, 12, 1, 2, 3 p.m. There was nothing. They did not call my number. Around 4:30 p.m., someone came out and was calling some numbers because they call those numbers batch by batch. I think 10 or so. So the guy came out, started calling numbers. Luckily for me, my number was one of them. So we went inside. Tell me why we got inside and they were crowd. Another set of all my mind was like, okay, when they call us in, we're just going to go in straight to the capturing place and get captured. We had to sit down there, guys. That place was hot. If you have ever been to the immigration office in Abuja, the headquarters, you would understand what I'm trying to say. That place where people were sitting was so hot. There was fan, there was AC, but the place was hot. I was sweating. You said the way I was sweating that you would have thought maybe there was something else that was going on. I was sweating. So we were just there. I was there seated up to like 5:30 p.m. Some offices there were already closing up. Some were already closing up their, I think those ones were done for the day. They were already switching off their electricities and whatever they were going. So around 5:30, they called my number. I was so happy. They called my number. I went in. There's this another segment that I'm going to sit again. We were there. So when they called my number, I stood up and I went forward to collect, because you collect your file. Guys, the file they gave me was not mine. It was somebody else's file. The name on it was different. I was frustrated. I quickly took my phone and I called Mrs. F. Dama. I was almost capturing, they can't find my file. She was like, how come? This and that. Okay, she's coming. In less than 15 minutes, she was already there. And while I was waiting, they were already telling me to go out, to go and stay outside. Guys, I knew if I'd go out of that place, there was no way I was going to enter again. I did not go. I looked for somewhere. I was there. I perched there like a bird. I was there waiting till Mrs. F came. So when Mrs. F came, she went to meet them that this is our client, what was happening, this and that. And they were like, oh, they're going to look for it. In less than 2 minutes, they looked for that file. Guys, that file that they gave me earlier, it was the number they gave me that was on it, but it was not my name. Do you know what happened? Someone cancelled the number on that file and wrote my own number, because the person knew that the next numbers that were going to be called, this number was one of it. So that means that someone already gave out my own number to someone else, maybe to our own clients, to our own, because you know the way people do now, they have their own people that they bring to capture and all of that. It was almost causing like an issue. People, they were already like, no, this and that. See, guys, see, a lot of things was just going on at that point in time. Some people were already having issues. Then afterwards, I captured. And let me give you this information that if you want to go and capture for your international passport, I would advise you that you don't go with an outfit that's going to expose all your body. Don't go with colored hair. Don't go with false lashes, you can go for them. Maybe those ones that look very natural, you can go with them. But you see those excessively long ones, I would advise you not to go. And if you have multiple piercings, because I actually have multiple piercings, and while it was time for me to capture, I removed all of it. So to even save yourself from all of those stress, because the way those people are going to be saying, and see, you better remove, you better see, you will feel embarrassed and they will not talk. Normal, you know how civil servants can be now, they will transfer aggression on you. I would advise you to be as decent as possible. Try to be, it's just for how many hours, so that nobody will be saying trash and rubbish to you. My passport was not ready for collection until May. My passport was ready for collection May 15th. That was when I went to pick up my passport. And that was it. That means my passport literally took 10 months for it to get ready. Yeah, 10 months. So I would advise you that if your international passport is about few months to expire, please just go and apply for a new one, so that you do, especially if you are someone who travels a lot, so that you don't find yourself in situations where you have to be delayed for months just to get your international passports. And I heard that people actually pay for express as well, but not all express work, because I know someone who paid about 140k for an express international passport, and it took about 2 months for it to get ready. So I think it's actually depends on who helped you fasten up your process as well. So if you need an expression passport done, I think those ones takes like 24 to 48 hours and to be ready. That is if you are lucky and you are working with someone who has sense as well. Guys, that has come to the end of today's video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if there are other things you would love to ask, do drop them in the comment section and I'll be glad to answer every of your questions. So bye guys, see you same time on Wednesday.